From warnings to confiscated items to actually getting kicked off your cruise ship, there are things that you must avoid during your cruise vacation.
Today, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of what not to do on board.
Hey there, welcome to Dockside Travel. I'm Chris.
And I'm Melanie. Today we are talking about things that you cannot do or bring on a cruise ship.
Things that'll get you busted.
Maybe not that serious, but there are things that you need to avoid on cruise ships. Over the years, we have had a few chats with security as we were learning the do's and don'ts of different cruise lines. There's nothing worse than having to take time out on embarkation day to go visit the naughty room because something in your bag was not allowed on board. So hopefully you can learn from our past experience and save yourself some headaches.
Well, let's start with the things that will actually get you busted. These are the things that might end up with you walking the plank.
I think you mean being escorted off the ship. Every cruise line has a guest conduct policy, which is outlined in the cruise contract you agree to when booking a cruise. This contract specifies what you can and cannot do on the ship and the potential consequences of violating those rules. The ship's captain and security team have the authority to assess whether you're in violation of these rules, and the consequences can vary. If you're found to be in violation, one possible outcome is being escorted off the ship at the next port of call with no refunds for the missed portion of your cruise.
Potato, potato. Let's start with the most serious breaches of cruise ship rules. The ones where the captain or head of security are going to book you a one-way ticket to the pier, and you might have to find your own way home. Not to mention you might be greeted by the local police or authorities.
Okay then, the first no-no is disruptive behavior. Yelling, screaming, or fighting have no place on a cruise ship. We've all seen too many stories of actual fights or domestic violence occurring on board. This is definitely going to land you in a bad place.
Yeah, violence has no place where everyone is just trying to relax and have a good time. And if you're thinking of challenging the skills of the onboard security team, think again. They're usually ex-military and come from some of the most highly trained special forces and security units throughout the world. This is no place to act out Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off.
All right then, Mr. Miyagi. Going hand in hand with this is public intoxication. Part of the vacation experience for many cruisers is the beverages, and cruise lines know how to cater to their guests. While the bar staff will keep an eye on their guests, it's ultimately up to you to know your limits and not get intoxicated to the point where you can become disruptive.
Yeah, while enjoying drinks on board is part of the cruise experience, excessive alcohol consumption leading to disruptive or offensive behavior can get you into hot water. Cruise ships have strict alcohol policies, and the passengers found intoxicated beyond acceptable limits may face consequences, including being confined to their cabins or even disembarked at the next port. If for no other reason, no one wants that killer hangover on their vacation, so be responsible.
The next serious thing that is likely to get you in serious trouble is theft or vandalism. Stealing from fellow passengers or damaging cruise line property is illegal and can lead to criminal charges and expulsion from the cruise. Cruise lines have security measures in place to investigate, and they deal with such incidents swiftly.
The eye in the sky is going to bust you if you try to take something that's not yours. Don't forget that in addition to staff, cruise ships have cameras pretty much everywhere. If you find something's not yours, something that may have been lost or forgotten, just turn it in at guest services. And don't even think about packing one of the cruise ship towels or robes on the way home unless you intend to pay for it. You're just going to end up with another hefty charge on your cruise ship account. While there may be many more serious things that can get you busted, the last one we're going to mention is tampering with safety equipment. You really need to think twice before you fiddle with lifeboats, life vests, alarms, or firefighting equipment. Cruise lines take the safety and well-being of all passengers and crew members seriously, and messing with any of the safety equipment is an absolute no-no. The same can be said for trying to venture into restricted areas. You could get busted.
So now let's talk about items that may get confiscated. One of the worst things that can happen on board a ship is fire. For that reason, candles and incense should be left behind, as open flames pose a significant fire hazard on cruise ships. These items will usually be confiscated if found. There are many other ways to create a romantic atmosphere on a cruise. Think moonlight walk, a nice dinner, some flowers, right?
Oh yeah, flowers. Dr. Romance has been known to make an appearance or two during our cruises.
Dr. Romance strikes again.
Dr. Romance strikes again.
Dr. Romans strikes again.
Dr. Romans strikes again. The next thing likely to be taken by the fuzz are surge protected power bars. These things can cause problems with the ship's electrical systems, so be sure only to pack cruise ship certified items. We have another video on this, so just check the link below.
Another thing that can be problematic are sharp objects. Short grooming tools are fine, but one time we brought a small multi-tool on board. The kind with different screwdriver bits, a corkscrew, and small pocket knife. Well, that got picked up by the security scans, and we lost the item. Anything that falls into the category of a potential weapon would also be suspect and should be left home.
Speaking of corkscrews, while most cruise lines allow you to bring out a bottle of wine at embarkation, hard liquor or beer is usually a no-no. One time many cruises ago, we brought a bottle of our favorite booze on board so we could have a drink on our balcony before dinner and not have to run up to one of the bars every time. Well, that got taken by the fun police and it wasn't returned until the last night of our cruise. I ended up taking a bottle of rum from Canada through US Customs and then took the same bottle of Canadian rum back through Canadian Customs again. Imagine the paperwork and extra weight in my luggage just for that bottle of booze that never got drank. That's why we just get a drink package now, and the last thing we do before heading back to the cabin before dinner is grab a drink at a bar and take it with us for the balcony.
Another item that is not allowed on board is irons or steamers. Even though some ships lack self-serve laundry facilities, these items are not permitted due to the fire hazard. But things like curling irons and hair straighteners are fine to bring.
Drones are another item that may cause some issues. You really need to check your specific cruise line's policy on drones, as some cruise lines completely prohibit them, while others allow you to bring them for use in port only.
A recent item causing some chatter in cruise discussion forums are walkie-talkies. Apparently they're prohibited on some cruise lines, so check your line's specific rules before you go. If they're not allowed on your ship, remember that most lines now have an app that allows for free messaging with other passengers while on board, even without the Wi-Fi package.
Finally, the last thing we'll mention are perishable food items like meats and cheeses and similar products. They got to be avoided. There are strict regulations about bringing such items from place to place due to agricultural rules, so it's best to enjoy the ship's cuisine. Besides, when someone else is doing the cooking, I hope they have all the ingredients they need. Just leave the grocery shopping up to them.
There you have it, our list of things that may get you escorted off the ship and items that are better off being left at home.
Things that will get you busted. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel, as it really does help us grow and provide more cruise-related content. Please hit that like button and the thumbs up button, and click the notification bell so you'll know when we post another video.
We appreciate you joining us at Dockside Travel. Thanks for watching.